I've worked with Amiga for 18 years now, and I think we've worked together since the inception of Amiga. So I started at Delphi just prior to them starting the Amiga business. So I remember their first site in Salmon Springs, and we've worked together on both permanent and temporary recruitment and flourished together, I guess.
We've worked together since 2009. At the time, we worked with many different agencies. We wanted to try something a little bit different, whereupon we could get the company to really understand our core business values. And Amiga really fitted that. They took on our core values, understood them, and then they've been delivering with us ever since.
I think probably, I was trying to look at this today actually, I think we probably had our first proper contract in 2007 when we hired you as sole supplier for our agency workers into Service Centre.
One of the things they've always been good at is being very flexible and adaptable. And I think that they've grown as a business and grown with us in that. And it's a real partnership. It's kind of that they understand our business and what we stand for.
They're extremely professional, they're very flexible, and they're very responsive, which is really important.
Approachable at all levels, I would say. Really, really nice people to work with.
Well, we've worked with Amiga for both permanent and temporary staff at all levels across the business. So in permanent roles from very senior engineering and technical positions, and then Amiga provide all of our support for operating staff and warehouse staff at our facility in Warwick.
We're lucky enough that we have an on-site service here, so there's 3 full-time Amiga staff here working, looking after our staff and working alongside us all the time. So in some sense of the way, they're as much Laithwaite as they are Amiga. So like I say, it's a real partnership.
We get really good reported information from Amiga, so the speed of response is important to us, so we haven't got vacancies for operators, and also the CVs that we receive for permanent staff, that we're receiving good calibre and good quality CVs, and we're getting feedback from candidates on what's happening with the market, and we find that the level of data and information that we receive is excellent.
I think what impressed me, one of the reasons why I chose Amiga was because although you are a national company, you've got a very local feel. You know the area, and that's very important in an area like Tewkesbury. You also listen.
They want to build a long-term and long-standing relationship with a client, so they invest the time and the effort to understand what that client's needs are. And they continue to, like any relationship in life, it needs to be nurtured and looked after if you're going to get the best from it. And I think that Delphi make that commitment and Amiga make that commitment, and as a consequence the relationship is fruitful.
The word partnership gets used very often, very often by a lot of companies. This is how we want to work. I would actually say this is probably one of the few relationships where I do feel that I have a real partnership, and it's not just a provider and I'm not just the customer. It's a partnership. We work together to the success of the operation here.